Today is the 19th of December 2025 and first day of making my first million from this room. I had to restart and come back home because that wasn't working. So we had to change the strategy. I am going to take you on a journey of creating a core offer that is gonna finally give me that base that I always wished for my career, because it's been a chaos. I'm grateful for this past 3-4 years. I will tell you a little bit of what's been happening while we go through all this. I know what I had to do. Use that knowledge and apply it. Find the best way of operating to make this freelance business iconic. I was born to be an entrepreneur. I love it. I'm a creative. I'm a girl that likes to make things happen. I'm a dreamer. I'm a Deludu girl. Career vlog. I have the vision. So together we are gonna create the best plan and figure out the best ways to get there. Smart, simple, clear, sustainable, enjoyable. Yeah. For the past years, I've been freelancing, helping small businesses, startup. The way I had to operate, as you might know, is multitasking, wearing many hats, being the whole marketing creative team yourself. And honestly, I'm grateful that I gained all that knowledge, that I challenged myself, that I learned a little bit of everything, but I got lost. I was feeling like back to the matrix and just like surviving, like hoping that it would make sense, but it didn't make sense. So I burned out. There's videos on this on YouTube. I posted. Thanks to myself that I put the work to come back to myself. I spent a few months in the middle of nowhere. I spent a few months in the community living in like eco village, which was amazing. It was the best decision of my life. My family, I will not touch a lot on this, but yes, I did that. While I was there, I realized that my superpower is empathy. It's always been empathy. I listen, I feel, and I connect dots. I really try to understand what they're telling me behind the lines. And I really enjoyed working with small business because of the passion of these people, the founders. It's like craziness that we have when we enter this not conventional route of challenging the norm, of like saying, I will make it my way, be creative. We come here to be creatives. It's easier sometimes to follow a template, and it's okay. And I thought about doing that. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing this way? I just don't follow a template. But no, I don't want to be a robot. So I resonate so much with this, and I feel them so much when they're talking about this vision and this like ways of bringing something cool to the world, something useful, something beautiful that is part of their essence, something that they needed, maybe something that speaks to their souls, that they believe truly, that is something powerful. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to encourage these people to talk a little bit more about this, to talk a little bit more on this feeling. I am passionate about this feeling, the entrepreneur feeling. I don't know if I call it passionate about the entrepreneur feeling, but I guess this boldness, this ambition, this courage, I will call it not following the template. It takes so much courage. I admire that courage, that energy. I got very passionate about why I'm doing this. But I was explaining that during my time there, I finally could reconnect with this passion and the why I'm doing this, because I just lost it. I was like kind of being the surface of it, still working on with impact businesses, purpose-driven people, things that would impact positive the world and people. always like to go to the source of the power, the source of the problem. So the nucleus, the essence of it, that it will grow in different things, in different businesses, brands, or like relation, like art, whatever. And the source in this case was the founders, the people that created those businesses, you know. So I wanted to dive into that. What's the essence of all this that you're creating and building? So here I am trying to create a core offer using my personal brand, because I need people to trust me. How can I get founders into a coffee date with me? I just want to get them on a call, just extract all this little magic and make it beautiful for them, and like make that their power, you know. Like, also my goal is like, how can we make showing up online, or this like way of perceiving and operating with social media, how you can make that thing that energizes you and not drains you, you know. I want people like to share that magic, that power with the world. People needs to cut the bullshit, you know, and actually share what is valuable, and not just pretend what you're saying is valuable because it's like 5 tips for this and this and that, and just copy copies of copies. Beautiful, we need to repeat beautiful things, you know, but what about using your story to actually make people resonate with you? I feel like it's more powerful. We need that. And it takes vulnerability and courage to do it. So I'm like, I really want to humanize all this, because it's a way of empowering yourself, of discovering and going back to your story, and like even healing. You know what, maybe it would be like shadow work at some point. It will be like, oh, actually I gained a lot of power out of that. It was like maybe a shit situation, but honestly, like, that gave me this power, this perspective, this skill, whatever. Since I arrived here, what I'm doing is really reinforcing those pillars that will allow me to make this other part sustainable. And on this part, I'm doing kind of the same while I'm shaping this method, using myself as an example, a client, for figuring out this template, this workflow that I want to use with my clients. Also start creating a marketing plan to promote this. And yeah, I am excited. I'm excited about this. And next time I will talk a little bit more on depth what I'm doing and all these strategies I'm creating, what is going on inside here. May I become the proof that a girl from Rondônia, Brazil, first one in her family, made it. I became a millionaire. Someone has to do it. Someone in this lineage has to do it. I am committed. I'm devoted. Thank you for watching.